in 2 years, parents have faced challenges from school closures and mask mandates to gender policies. American education is seen as a growing concern, leading to predictions that many parents seeing red will vote that way too.
There are people like me and a line of other people out there who will gladly take your seat.
Rallying cries heard round the country.
Figure it out, now.
From infuriated parents after their kids faced months of remote learning.
We're like, when can they come for their in-person education that they're entitled to by the Virginia state law?
Many of them, largely Republican, began activist groups.
We're going to talk about the need for change in the Loudoun County School Board.
Launched school board recalls and filed lawsuits, not only attacking school closures.
We've certainly been seeing an increase in referrals for therapy just across the board.
But also lessons in the classroom.
CRT is racist. It is abusive.
Pornography in textbooks.
You bought $1.8 million worth of these trash books.
Transgender policies.
You took away my ability to parent my child, even before I had any knowledge.
And more.
I was taught at a very young age what to look for in socialism. What do? They go right to the children.
The anger and impact of parents getting so much attention.
Enough of the toxicity and the division. And
they've been crowned this election cycle's potential heavyweights.
The ball is absolutely in their court. I believe that parents are beginning to have a much better sense of how much power they have.
With midterms looming, a number of polls are raising red flags for Democrats, suggesting the party is losing the battle on education.
I voted a straight red ticket this time, and I'm not afraid to say it because I was so angry and so frustrated.
The numbers indicating as confidence falls, more voters favor conservative classroom policies.
Whatever agenda is going on, we need to understand what our rights are, how easy it is to lose your freedoms.
More than 80% say they would cross party lines for a candidate whose education platform they support.
So a number as high as 82% is astounding. And also, I was pretty interested to find that it was consistent across all political ideologies.
The trend is especially apparent among Black parents and those of special needs children.
I am my child's parent, and I decide what they will be educated on.
A poll of likely voters by one of the largest and most progressive teachers unions found voters trust the GOP more than Democrats to handle public education. The power of the polls on full display last fall in Virginia.
Parents were certainly the swing voters that delivered Virginia to the Republicans.
When Republican Glenn Youngkin pulled off an unlikely upset in a state Joe Biden won handily in 2020.
Joe Biden will win Virginia's 13 electoral votes.
Fox News is calling the Virginia governor's race for Republican Glenn Youngkin.
Youngkin made inroads across party lines by promising parents a seat at the table.
I believe parents should be in charge of their kids' education.
While his Democrat opponent told them they should have none.
I don't think parents should be telling schools what they should teach.
Ron DeSantis, the next governor of the state of Florida.
Education also helped put Florida Republican Ron DeSantis in the governor's mansion.
Ron DeSantis won that race because Black women voted against their political party for him, specifically on the issue of school choice.
And in another striking switch, a new survey shows parents overwhelmingly consider education more important than the economy or health care. Donald Trump's Education Secretary Betsy DeVos says parents are rightfully upset with the Biden administration.
Are you surprised that they went so far as to essentially label parents domestic terrorists?
And they're told that they cannot speak up, and if they do speak up, they have the threat of the FBI coming investigating, or the National Guard even. I mean, it is just inconceivable to me.
Still, pundits insist both parties have work to do.
Democrats have lost trust when we look at the numbers. It doesn't exactly mean that Republicans have gained that trust. So it creates an opportunity potentially for both sides to gather those voters.
With just a few months until the election, some political observers recommend Democrats should go back to the basics.
The Democrats just have to make sure that they're talking about the quality of our schools and making sure that children are safe and learning, and not get caught up in all of these conversations about the cultural, social issues, I think that will really resonate with swing voters.
By a 32-point margin, recent polling shows parents would favor candidates who supported teaching less about race and more core subjects like math and reading. The data also suggests that education could become a single voter issue this fall among parents, meaning they may cast their ballots on this issue alone. In Washington, I'm Tara Mergener, CBN News.